Alright, on the path of getting started as a graphic designer, I put this kind of roadblock in place. Find a print house. And once you find your computer or get software, do some practice pieces, now we can flow into this. And this leads to clients and everything else. But I would establish yourself here. And what is a print house? Well, a print house is just a term that I put out. Basically, it's an online printing service. That's another thing it's called. There's many things these services are called, but I will give you the keywords that I use in order to find new ones. Online print services. Huge to know this. Okay. Now I've been through probably 6 to 8 of these places. One of the things that I've noticed always about these places are, the different types of products they carry. In other words, if I want to do shirts, I might go somewhere else. If I want to do yard signs, I might go somewhere else. So the print services, some specialize in certain things. They will not give you something they're bad at, though. In other words, if I'm looking at yard signs and I order it from like Vistaprint, you're still going to get a good product because they wouldn't carry anything that was garbage. Okay? It used to be you had to really shop around, but now whatever they advertise is pretty much going to be quality, I've noticed. I am personally a Vistaprint fan over everything else. It's just what I'm used to deal with. They make really good turnaround. They have high quality stuff. They have a lot of options. So you do not have to use them, but for most products, I use Vistaprint. There you go. So let's explore what this is, like how to use it. And you can even use this to make practice pieces. That's important. In other words, if I want to, let's say I don't know what my practice piece might be just to learn the software, I can skip ahead, go to Vistaprint, look for something that I'm going to show you here in the upcoming part. And once you find this thing, you can do a practice piece. So your first step is go to Vistaprint, make yourself an account. It's absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything, but it would be almost a requirement if you want to go further. All right, next, let's identify something that you're already good at. You might already be good at doing business cards. Okay? So let's do a mock-up business card and how that works at a print house. So for example, Vistaprint, I'll be using them. I can click on business cards and they come up with this. Okay, and you can see all types of different foil accents and cloths and bows and pearl and so many options, right? And your product might look different on every one of these. In other words, your design might look different on every one of these. Now, if you page down on every one of these products, this is what I've been training you to do. I've been giving you a size on things for a reason. So what size are business cards? Look at it, spelled out 3.5 by 2. And if I click upload my design, let's go with a standard shape. But look at, we got round corners. We would love to do that, right? Nice. So we're not going to be able to download a template. Okay, so back in that one screen, 3.5 by 2 was our document size. Now, for every one of these, we have to just identify what can we upload. That was our first thing. So let's just hit the upload button and find out what it likes. Okay, what does this service like? Well, let's see. I got it done. So it accepts PDFs, it looks like, because I can pick on them. PNGs. Looks like it likes DocXs. Every graphic designer worth its salt knows what a PDF is. So that's going to be our output. Our output's going to be a PDF for this print house. Looks like. Sometimes I'll just upload something just to see if it cancels out. Looks like, cool. I'll delete it. Nice. So we have our size back in the other window, 3.5 by 2 for the product. And then we know what type of output we need for this site. So with those two things, now it's time to develop a practice piece. Now that practice piece might look different for everybody, and I would, I don't want to walk you through a practice piece. I would rather have you guys do that because you're graduated. So this is not a step-by-step thing, but I would say your next step is to make something you're already familiar with and upload it to the site to take a look at it. You don't have to order it, just take a look at it. See if it uploads fine. Alright, so for example, on this website, if we go to business cards, we go to upload my design. Down here I have these. Look at it, it says download design templates. It gives me a Photoshop and an Illustrator document. And in this program, I can open up an Adobe Illustrator document. So I'm going to go a horizontal card. It's in my downloads folder. Probably have to cancel that. I don't know if I'll open it again. It's called business card. There it is. And it gives me some settings. Internal report. I'm just going to hit OK to this. And there we go. It gave me the size needed, but it didn't really give me any other information as far as, where is the safe margin is concerned. So what I'm going to do is try to get it back to that program. So I'm just going to make a giant box and save it as business card 4. And I'm going to save it as a PDF. I'll bump that up to 300 dpi. And now I'm going to try to get it back into this program or this web interface. So what I'm doing is basically making a workflow. Notice I didn't make a card, I made a box. Until you have the box or whatever down pat, then you go and design things. Alright, so if I click this and drag it in, does it fit in this window? Does it need fixing? Does it need what? And look at that, it fits perfectly in there. Now I just have to be very conscious about this spacing, which is unidentified. If you look back though, I'm pretty sure when you hit upload design, down here I have a safe area, and you can see that the safe area starts at 3.36 and 1.86. Okay, there. So that's where your margins are going to be. Cool. So you would definitely have to play around with the idea, especially with this program, you know, like to move this over and maybe identify where that starts and where it begins and export it over as a PDF until you have a working template for Inkscape. So any program that you use, you have to make a working template, and once you build enough of these templates, you now have working templates for the business card, the, you know, like the whatever, the label, the stickers. So that could be your first initial prototype projects that you develop, just making templates. Cool. So I just wanted to show you what a print house was and how it works. And when you are done making your product, you can then order and drop ship it anywhere in the world. What I would do is just, you know, get sample ones in there. You don't have to actually ship it to anywhere or order anything just yet, because it does take real money to order the stuff, and yeah, so I would go with a pre-made one, see how that goes, but try to upload your image in there, and when you are ready you can order it, or work for a nonprofit that needs cards and then use them as a way to get used to ordering it, because actually that's their money ordering the product, and you can have it shipped to you and then you can get it to your client. Cool. So that is Print House.